Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the read operations for categories using data tables and Ajax, and in this video we are going to implement the update functionality related to categories using Ajax. So let's start, and I will move to git bash, and I have already accessed my project directory and folder. So what I am going to do is php artisan serve to run my project. Let's move to Google and let's access our project right here. Okay, let's log in. All about Laravel right here, and my very secret password. Okay guys, okay, let's move to categories right here. Okay, so guys, right here the created at time, my created at time right here may differ from yours. Why? Because I just encountered an issue with the XAMPP. XAMPP suddenly got corrupted, so I had to reinstall it again. And I would like to give you one tip, that is, whenever you are going to uninstall XAMPP, make sure that you save your projects, like project folder like blogging, blogs, etc. Save it somewhere, or take a backup of these folder, because whenever you are going to uninstall a XAMPP, you are going to lose everything you have inside it. Okay, so like projects. Okay, so let's continue with the video. Okay guys, so I'm just going to make some short changes right here. I'm going to show only 10 records per page, because for categories we are not going to have these much records, and so I'm just going to show 10 records per page for this. Okay, in this case we are only going to have 7 to 8 categories, that's it. If you want to have more, you can. Okay, other thing, I want to sort these columns based on ID and in the ascending order, not the descending, because once again we are only going to have 7 to 8 records. Okay, and the other thing I want to do is, let me show you with an example. Let's try to create a category, testing 1 2 3. Okay, create. The category is created because we got the success message, but we can't see our category right here until we refresh this page, and right here you can see a new category. So let's fix this, and let's try to implement the reload function that data tables provide us, so we don't have to refresh our page. Okay, let's do that. Let's move to Sublime, and I will open category.js. Let's make some changes. Page length should be 10, and I want the order to be with respect to column 0 and in the ascending order, ASC. That's it. Okay, now in order to refresh this data table or reload this data table, what we are going to do is we are going to use this variable table. Okay, table is a variable and it contains a data table. So what we can do is, let's put our method right here just after the swell. So let's do that, table.ajax.reload. So whenever the category is created, we are going to reload our data tables. Okay, let's see the changes. Refresh. The records are in now ascending order, and we are only we only have 10 records per pages. And now let's try to create a category, test 4 5 6. Okay, now you should focus right here to see the changes. When I'm going to hit this create button, we are going to see a swell like success message, and you are going to see some changes right here. Okay, keep your eyes right here. Create, and right here our category is created. Okay, so that's it. Now we don't need to refresh our page. Okay guys, so I hope you guys like this stuff. Okay, now let's follow a video, and let's update a record and implement the update functionality. And for that, what we need is, whenever we click on this edit, we need to get the let's say database rows or columns related to this record. Basically, whenever I'm going to click on any specific record, I want to fetch all the necessary columns related to that specific record. So let's do that. Okay, and sorry, not save, sorry guys. Okay, let's move to categories right here, and let's see where this create function is ending right here. Okay, so it's inside of the create function. Okay guys, just cut it down from right here, and let me show you where to paste it. Okay, here we have our create function and it is ending right here. So let's put our functions, other functions like removing error stuff, let's put it just below the create function. Okay, let's put a comment right here, so whenever anyone is going to work with our code, she knows that what we are doing in this specific area. Okay, so create category. Okay, let's move down right here, let's put another comment, get category for update, for edit. Okay, let's do that. Okay, $document dot on click, and on click of edit category. Remember that guys? If you don't, let me show you. Okay, event, and let's prevent the default behavior, prevent default. Okay, whatever variable you are going to define right here, you are going to define it right here as well. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, now we are going to get the category. Basically here we are looking for a click on this class, and this class belongs to this right here, each row. Okay, let me show you on the inspect element. Every edit button contains a class edit category right here. Let me show you another one. Let's do this one right here. Okay, so we are looking for a click on this when the document is ready, on the document. First we are waiting for the document to be ready, and then we are defining that whenever we have a click on any specific class named edit category in this document, then we are going to perform some function. Okay, and what it is going to be, let's define that. Okay guys, so here I'm going to define a variable to save the ID. Okay, how are we going to get the ID? Simple, $this dot attribute ID, that's it. Okay, and let's alert this ID, so you get the idea what we are doing right here. Okay, so whenever we click on this class, I want to get the ID which is right here on each column, on each row. Okay, I want to get the ID. Now right here, this refers to whatever row you are clicking on. Okay, let me show you. Let's say if we click this one, we are going to get 1 because this row has an ID of 1 right here, you can see. Okay, this is coming from the database guys. Let me show you. Not right here, here, see, and let's check this 5th one just to make sure right here, see. Okay, so this is coming from the database and we are passing it to this button. Okay, let's edit, and we can see first. Let's edit 9th and we can see 9th. Okay, so it is working perfectly fine. Now what we have to do is, let's just pass our Ajax request. Let's do that quickly, $Ajax, and now we need to define the URL which we are going to hit. Okay, in this case base URL, and I am going to concatenate, and the URL name should be, let's say, get category. That's it, and I want to pass the ID. Which ID? Whatever we are going to get it from right here, we are going to pass it right here. That's it. Okay, and then the type of this request would be, let's say, get in this case, and then let's do process data false so that we don't encounter any sort of error. Content type is false. Okay, that's it. Let's implement our success function. Success function data, and let's say error function, and we have to put something thing in data as well. Sorry, let's say data text status to get the status, and text, sorry, XHR, whatever it is. Okay, now guys, let's say if we have a successful hit to this specific route, and we are and let's say we are in the controller and we are fetching some record. After the request is successful, we are going to get everything from the controller in this variable right here. This is what you can say, okay, I don't remember it, but yeah, it's like a temporary variable, you can say. Yeah, temporary. Okay, so we are going to get it right here. Let me show you, but for that we need to create this route. Okay, let's move to web.php and let's quickly create a route get category, and let's say, oops, we need to pass the ID parameter, that's it, and category controller at, let's say, get category, any specific category, right here. Okay, let's put a comment right here, category CRUD. Okay, let's move to category controller right here, so that we can make a function, as simple as that. Okay, let's put a comment first, get category for edit, and public function get category $ID, because we are expecting an ID from the request. Okay, and let's GD the ID. This is the way I just make sure that I am getting up to right here. That's it. Okay, let's see F5. Okay, so we are having some sort of issue. No, it's loading. Sorry guys, maybe because of the internet issue or something. Okay guys, so it's done right here. Okay, let's do a quick edit. Okay, edit, nothing. Okay, so see, we are reaching our controller right here. Okay, let's click another one, let's say 8 right here. Okay, so we successfully reached our controller. Now what we have to do is find a category so that we can pass it to the Ajax request back, or the success function. Okay, let's do that. Category is equals to category find $ID, whatever it is. Okay, if we click the first record, we are going to get the ID of that specific record, whatever it is. Okay, from right here. Okay, now let's GD $category, refresh. Okay, let's click on this 7th or 8th one, let's say 8th one. Right here is the ID, and here is the data that we are getting from the database right here with the help of DD categories. See, so this is what DD is. Okay, it is going to help you a lot. Okay, just get in the habit of this to use DD. That's it. Okay guys, now let's say if someone tries to manipulate this record. First of all, I want to mention right here is this page, this categories and tags and blogs related page is related to admin, and no one is going to manipulate its own website. Okay, so we don't need to worry about that, but I just wanted to tell you that how can you restrict any manipulation. Let's say if I try to manipulate the 6th record, and let's do, instead of 660. Okay, now let's find this 60 record, network, and see the request is we are getting is for the ID 60, and we don't have any specific record. So how to let's say restrict that? Simple, with a condition, if $category, not like that, category, so just return $category, else return, not like that, return response JSON, and let's put a key and value. Key would be, let's say, error, and the value should be, let's say, not found, and let's put a status as well, just in case if we need any sort of status. That's it. Okay, now let's say if we are unable to find that specific record, and for response basically we don't need to add the class, but it's a good habit if you do use response. That's it. Okay, it doesn't matter for response class. Okay, now let's say if we are unable to find the record, what we can do is simply show an error related swell. So let's just copy this swell from right here from the create one, and I'm going to put this inside this error, paste, and let's make some changes. Icon for error, I want the icon for error, and let's say title should be I know it because I'm using swell in most of my projects, so I know there is an icon related to error. Okay, and title should be, let's say, not found. You can put anything right here in the title and in the text as well. Okay, whatever you like. Sorry, we were unable to find this record. Okay, let's check this out. I'm going to manipulate one to show you something like error related 5, and let's do it 5.7. Okay, let's try to edit this one, edit, and now we are able to see swell related error not found. Sorry, we were unable to find this specific record. Okay, you can put whatever you like. Okay, now let's come to this success function, and for this what I'm going to do is, let me show you the records that we are getting in this success function with the help of console.log, and let's get everything we are getting from the control. Refresh, move to console, let's click edit on the first one, and right here we have the record for this specific row where ID is 1. Let's try to get another one, let's say 6th one, edit, and right here we have the 6th record. So we are getting everything from the controller in the Ajax success function. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, let's open a model, and for that what we need to do is we need to create one. Why? Let's say if we want to manipulate or add category model, we can do that. Let me show you. Category model right here. Okay, if we try to, basically using jQuery we can manipulate and change these headings to instead of add categories to edit, and category name to something else, and whatever it is. But I don't want to do that. Why? Because I can simply do this, copy, not cut, sorry, copy and paste it right here with a comment, not like that, sorry guys, oops, edit category model, paste it right here, make some changes. Why am I doing this? Because let's say if we want to implement it using jQuery, we need to write more lines of code than this one. Okay, so this is why I'm doing this. Instead of writing jQuery, I'm simply writing HTML or copy pasting. That's it. Edit category model, just make the changes, and instead of add category it should be edit category now, not like that, edit category, and let's say add category, replace this heading to edit category, and category name should be like this, and ID should be edit underscore category. Okay, because we can't have two IDs on the same page with the same name. Okay, like edit category, we can't have two IDs with the similar name. That's it. Okay, let's fix this one, edit underscore category. Okay, and right here this should be edit underscore category underscore help text danger, and let's change this from create to update. And the button type is submit, so we don't need to worry about. That's it. Okay, now let's open this model. Okay guys, and a quick thing that I want to show you, I implemented this fade class. So what it is going to do, let me show you. Okay, let's refresh, and first of all we need to, on success, we need to open this modal. So how can we do that? Simply use this line of code and replace it with the ID right here, and change this add category to edit category modal, and I want to show it, not hide it. Okay, let's refresh, edit, and right here you can see we are having our modal on click, edit, and we are having our modal. So now let's see what this fade class is going to do. If you see this modal, it is appearing just quickly and without any sort of effects. So what I want to do is I want to implement an effect with the help of class fade. Okay, and let's see it now. Edit, and now we can see something amazing. Okay guys, I hope you guys like it. Edit, and right here. Okay, and apply this fade class to this create modal as well. So whenever you are going to open or add category, you are going to see your modal like this, like fading in. Okay guys, let's move forward. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. Let's say we are getting everything from the controller in this data variable or temporary variable. Okay, so now let's say if I want to get any specific column from this one, how do I do that? Let me show you. It's really simple. Just concatenate a dot like data dot, and let's say I want the category name, which is defined as the name in the database. So this is what I'm going to do. Okay, see, we are getting name, ID, etc. So let's do that. Refresh. Now whenever I'm going to click on edit, I'm just going to get the name. Basically I'm just printing the name with the help of console log. Console log is used to print right here, see, and let's click this sports, so we will be able to see sports right. Okay, so I hope you guys got the point. Now what I want to do is, let's say before opening this modal, I want to assign the category name on which I am clicking to be assigned to this field. Oh sorry, right here, sorry, I want to assign the category name, whichever I'm going to click, to this field, this input field, with the help of ID. So what can I do? It is really simple. $ID edit underscore category, and value should be data.name. That's it guys, as simple as that. Okay, and I want to do one more thing. I want to create another field, another input field that would be hidden from the client, so they will be unable to see this, but we are going to pass it to the controller so that we can update our specific record, whatever the ID is. Okay, so let's do that. Input type hidden, name should be, let's say, category underscore ID that I want to update, and ID would be category underscore ID. That's it. Okay, let me show you. Okay, but first let's put the ID in that input field with the help of ID once again. Okay, and the ID is category underscore ID. Guys, don't confuse yourself, because I am defining same name and ID right here, but I'm going to fetch and place the ID, place the column data using the ID right here. This hash donates ID. Okay, just keep that in mind. And value should be data.id. That's it. Now let's move and see what we have. Edit, and now we have our field name, edit category. Basically the field is ready for the update function. Okay, now let's click another one, test, and you can see the category name right here. Edit, testing 1 2 3. Okay, so it is working perfectly fine. Now what we need to do, let's say if we click on this update, we are going to put another request so that we can update our data. Let's say I just want to edit this one. I'm going to write something and I'm going to click update. Then we are going to hit another request and we are going to update this record. Okay, let's do that. Okay guys, so for that what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another function. Okay, as simple as that, so that you can get familiar with it. Okay guys, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the form ID that I have defined right here, edit category. Okay, so edit category, and on submit function event e.prevent default, so that we can prevent the default behavior of the browser. Now what I want to do is I want to get all the form which is right here in a specific variable. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, let's try to assign a variable form is equals to, and let's say dollar. I want to get the form with the help of ID, and once again the form ID is right here, so I'm just going to copy it, hash paste, and I want the 0th index, means the first one, whatever it is. Okay, because maybe we have multiple, so I just need the first one. Okay, 0 means 1 basically in programming, as you know. Okay, now what I'm going to do, var, I'm going to define another variable form data. I'm going to create an object new form data, and I'm going to pass the whole form we are getting right here. Okay, for no, yeah, sorry. Okay, let's say, because many people are asking for the image upload using Ajax, if you are going to use an Ajax request for the image upload process, what you have to do is you have to define multi inc enc type multi-part minus slash form, so that you can pass the image. Other than that, everything would work like a charm right here. Okay, but you need to add an element. You can search on it. Let me show you. Pass image in HTML. Not like this, sorry, inc. See this one right here, you have to define it like this, inc type multi-part slash form minus data slash data. Okay, so you have to define it like this if you have an image in your form. Okay, let's move forward. Okay guys, so now we have our form ready. Now what we need to do is let's create another Ajax request. Okay, now let's put a URL that we want to hit. In this case, once again we are going to use the base URL. So now you are basically, now you can see why base URL was necessary for us to implement that in the master layout, so that we can use it anywhere we want. Okay, now let's create the route, and let's say update category. That's it. Type, this time it is going to be post. Yes, and data would be, because we are passing some data, and data in this case is right here, form data. Okay, form data, that's it. Process data false, content type false. Okay, success function, once again I'm going to use temporary variable, whatever it is you can define on your own as well. Okay, okay, now for the error, let's put space right here so everything looks good. Okay, I don't need to create the error function because we have already right here, so we can use it to save some time. Okay guys, okay, let's copy this and let's paste it right here. That's it. Okay, so we will discuss that in later in the later section of this video. because we need to do some stuff. Okay, so I will just recap this because we have already discussed this error in details while we were creating the categories. Okay, so let's move forward, and for the success function, what I want to do, let's create this route first now. Okay, let's move right here. Let's create a route post update category. Okay, and the controller, category controller, I want to hit update category method, which does not exist, so we need to create one. Let's move to category controller right here, and let's put a comment update category. Okay, let's create a function, public function update category, and in this case we are going to use the request. Okay, which we can because it's predefined in Laravel. Okay, we have already discussed that in the beginner's guide. Okay guys, so now let's see what we have in a request. Let's dd $request all. Guys, you are going to see me using this dd request all a lot. Okay, and this dd as well. Okay, let's refresh, add it, and we are getting our data. Let's hit this update so we can hit another Ajax request update. Okay, so we have an error, Ajax is not defined. Okay, let's see. Yeah, silly mistake dot. Let's refresh once again, add it, let's update. Okay, let me show you in the network update category. Right here we are getting our form, so everything is working fine. Okay, let's implement the validation for our form. So what I can do is, let's do $request validate, and I want to validate edit category, and the validation should be, it is required minimum 3 characters, max 255. If you want to implement your own validation, you can. Okay, no need to worry about. Okay, now what I'm going to do, guys, let's say if we have any error related to this field edit category, which is right here in this form edit category. So let's say if the field input field was empty, what we are going to get is edit category field is required. With the help of name, we are going to see the error with this name edit category, because we are defining the name right here. Okay, so what we can do is we can simply implement a custom validation. So let's do that. Okay, edit underscore category dot required. Okay, let's say if we have error of edit category and the error is related to required, so what we are going to see is this message, the category name field is required. Okay, let's do that for the minimum as well, edit underscore category. Then we need to concatenate the specific validation for which we are printing this applying this message. This is the key, guys, this is the value right here, this is the key, this is the value. So now let's implement a custom message for minimum. For that, edit category dot min, and I want to implement a message, the category name should be at least 3 characters. Okay, if I'm doing any mistakes in spelling, we can just ignore it for now. Okay, it's totally your project. Okay, so let's fix this. Okay, characters. Okay guys, I hope I'm not making any mistake. Let's move forward. Okay, now let's do edit underscore category dot max. The category name may not be greater than 255 characters. That's it. Okay guys, let's move forward. Right here, nope, right here. Okay, now let's say if the validation is successful, I just want to tell you if the validations fail, let's say if we don't put anything in the edit category input field, we are not going to get right here. Okay, just keep that in mind. If the validation is failing, we are going to get some error messages. That's it. Okay, now let's say if the request is successful and validation is successful, what we can do is find the category. How are we going to get the category? Because we are passing the category ID right here, so we can do that with the help of request. Okay, category find $request category underscore ID. Okay, that's it. dd $category. Let's see what we have. I'm just doing that for you guys. Okay, so you can see what's happening right here. Edit, update, and we are getting specific category where ID is 2. Okay, so now we can update it. Simple. Okay, $category, and I want to change the name of this column to whatever I'm getting in the request edit underscore category. Okay, and I also want to change the slug, because let's say if the first category name was programming and I changed that to, let's say, some health or sports, so we need to change the slug as well. Okay, just keep that in mind. So how are we going to do that? Simple as that. Whatever we have in this edit category, we are going to make a slug out of it. Okay, so let's do that. I want to update the slug, and for that let's do str slug, and I want to make a slug of this edit underscore category. Okay, now let's save category, save, that's it, return success. Okay, that's it. Okay guys, so I hope everything is fine and you guys are getting each and everything I'm describing right here. Okay, so I hope you guys get it. Okay guys, so once the request is successful, let's see what happens. Let's say I want to update this programming to programming 1. Now slug needs to be changed as well. Update. Okay, so we are seeing a success message. This means that this field is updated. Let's try to refresh, and now we are able to see that this the column name, the category name is updated. Okay guys, sorry for the mistakes. Okay, now let's move right here, and what we can do is let's close this modal first of all. Okay, so for that I already have a line. I can just use it. If you want to, you can create or write it on your own. For best practice, you should write it on your own. Okay, I just want to save some time, that's why I'm doing copy pasting. Okay, edit category modal, and I want to hide this. Hide, that's it. Let's do a refresh. Edit, on edit, update. When it is updated, I want to hide this modal. Edit, and the modal is gone. Okay, let's refresh, and now the table is updated. Now let's do that right here as well, so that whenever, let's create a swell first. Okay, so we can copy swell from right here, so we don't have to write from the create one, this one, and we can make changes according to our need. Okay, this one, then hit swell, same success icon, success title, and category updated successfully. Okay, and we need to update our table or reload our table. So for that, once again we can use table, because this variable contains our data table. Table ajax.reload. Okay, table right here. Let me show you once again if there is any confusion. Okay, let's move, refresh, edit, programming 123 or 112, update, category updated successfully, and right here you can see the changes. So now we don't need to refresh the page. Okay guys, congratulations. Okay, let's move forward, and Now let's fix these error. Let me show you first. Okay, let's try to see some error. So I'm going to make this field empty and let's update. Now we are able to see the errors with the help of this error function. So let me first recap this error message first for you. Okay, let's say we are right here, we are updating a record and we got a validation error. Validation error, basically Laravel is going to put all the validation errors inside $errors variable if you are using PHP. Other than that, it is going to put all the error message inside errors variable. Okay, just keep that in mind. Okay, now when we are here, we are checking if the status was rejected. Okay, and if we are applying a condition, if the reject status was 422 relates to validations error. Okay, so we are just making sure. Okay, next line, we are saving all of our errors that we are getting from Laravel in an other errors variable right here, and we are basically doing a parse JSON to get the error message from the reject response text. Basically I'm talking about this messages. So right here we are getting these error from this parse JSON with the help of this parse JSON method. So now we have multiple errors in this errors variable. Okay, it came from errors variable and once again we are putting them in the errors variable. So right here when we are using a for each loop, that's why we are defining errors, and then I have an other errors and I want to for each with the help of key and value. And right here key is the field or input name, in this case this one, and with the help of ID this one. Okay, added category right here, let me show you. See this one, this is the key and the value is right here, the controller, this one. Okay, now in the next line what I'm doing is I am concatenating and making an ID so that I can pass a class is invalid. Right here I'm assigning hash and I am concatenating it with the key. Once again key right here is this. Okay, so I'm looking for, in the document I'm looking for the ID with this key which is right here. Okay, so that we can assign invalid class right here to this input field. I hope you guys got the point. If not, please rewind the video and watch it again. Okay, after that what we are doing, once again I'm concatenating the key with the help of key. Once again the key is right here and right here, see this one. Okay, and after that I'm concatenating once again with the underscore help, which becomes like this after the after whole of the procedure right here. Add it, this is the key, I'm concatenating it. After that added category I'm concatenating underscore help, which means this, and this is an ID, so I am assigning a hash right here. Okay, and then I'm getting the first error message for this specific key. Okay guys, so I hope you guys got the concept and idea. Okay, let's move forward and let me show you some other thing. Okay, now is the time to remove these error. Let's say update, we can see an error right here. Let's do one update, now we see another error, but let's try to close this, edit, and we are still able to see this error. So that's why we are implementing these function. And let's say if you don't want to create more function like these, you can simply add these fields like added category. In place of this we can also include added category and just pass the fields to this. We can do that, but I don't want to do that. Why? Because you are a beginner and it may makes you let's say, sorry for my bad English guys, but it maybe it is confusing for you. So I just want to make it like a clear procedure, like we are using this function for create functionality, and we are using 3 more functions which I'm going to create right now for the edit functionality. Okay guys, I hope you guys got the point. In short, what I mean was, we don't need to create these 3 functions again. Okay, we can do all the stuff with the help of these 3 functions. What we need to do is just add the IDs and put the values that we want to make empty. In this case, the category name, and in edit category, with respect to this edit category modal, we can simply add these fields. Okay, but for now I'm not going to do that, and we are going to do it separately. On success, remove edit errors. This is a new function now, because we can't have 2 functions with the same name. Remove edit errors, and this one should be edit category modal. Okay, first let's discuss this one. Edit category modal on hidden BS modal function on implement or call this function, which is right here. Okay, let me change this, remove edit error. Okay, so we are calling whenever the modal is going to close, or we are closing a modal, we are going to hit this function. And what we are going to do right here is simple. I want to remove class from this edit underscore category. Okay, I want to remove this is invalid class if there is any on this ID. Then I'm going to edit underscore category, value should be empty. Okay, so we don't see anything. Like, let's say if we type something right here, and if we close it and we are opening it again, so we don't see anything. Okay, just for the let's say I'm doing this all this stuff because you may encounter any error in any specific case, so I just need to make sure. Okay, just do it like this for now. Edit category value should be empty whenever it is going whenever we are going to close this modal. Okay, let's move forward, and in place of this I want to do edit underscore category underscore health, and I want the text to be empty of this one. Okay, because we are receiving error right here. Okay guys, just keep that in mind. Refresh, edit, let's create an error, update, close, edit, and now there is no error, because we are hitting, whenever we are closing the modal, we are hitting this function, and this function, what it does is remove class is invalid from this, remove any specific value if there is any, and remove the text from this errors small ID right here. Okay, remove everything. Okay, and same thing we are going to implement with the remove edit errors, and in this case let's remove everything from edit underscore category, remove class is invalid, and text should be empty of this one, edit underscore category, so that we can update our errors. Because sometimes let's say if you are unable to update any record, basically these are the condition. Let's say update, and now we are able to see error. Let's change this, now we are able to see error. So there are many cases that we need to check, and if you see any error related to any specific let's say functionality, in this case you can tell me and we will resolve it together. Okay, so this is the necessary point to remove any sort of error if you find any. But in this case our function is complete and it is working perfectly fine, you don't need to worry about. It's just that if you encounter any sort of error, you can tell me. Refresh, edit, remove everything, put something, update, category updated successfully right here, edit, and now we have the newly updated category. Okay, let's change this one again, once again, programming, that's it, update. Okay, category is updated successfully. Okay guys, so we have many records, in this case 10. So in the next video we are going to implement the delete functionality, and I hope you guys like this data tables because it is just awesome, and you can use it in any of your projects, and I hope you guys understand the concept of using this. Okay, and that's it from this video, guys. I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you and take care. And yes, one more thing, sorry guys, one more thing, that is, let's call our errors that we just created, the function remove edit errors. Okay, and right here, not right here, and let's do it right here, dollar, sorry guys, yes, we can call it just below the, I was just making sure. Okay, sorry for the silly mistake. Yes, we can call it just below when we are hiding the modal. Okay, just making sure. Okay, so guys, we need to copy this error so we can clear our fields regarding any sort of error right here. That's it. Now our function is complete. Okay, now you can test it. That's it. Refresh. Everything should work like a charm. Okay, now you can test it. And that's it from this video, guys. In the next video we are going to implement the delete functionality. So I hope you guys liked the video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you and take care. And yes guys, be ready. Okay guys, take care.